Breath and getting ourselves into deeper coherence, everyone. Thank you for being here today. And that we are a smaller group here today, so we can really, really go a little bit deeper. And um, so I'm going to invite you to just look at everybody. Just look at the others that are in the space in the room here today with us. Get our nervous systems to sync up a little bit. We're really going to be exploring desire and where we potentially are really kind of capping or limiting ourselves. And this is just following up on what was happening in February with regards to money, relationship to money, worthiness, our last week's call around the positioning of this work, getting into a healthier relationship with this body of work. And today is an exploration around where we have positioned ourselves in relationship to our desires, in our relationship to money, in relationship to how we're interacting with the world. What does that mean? I'm going to give you an example. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask you to keep getting into deeper coherence. So, getting yourself to deeper coherence, maybe bringing your hand over your body and just really kind of finding that sweet spot. Where do you want to be held right now? And remembering this is Somatic Sunday, so this is a deep dive into who we are, what we are, and we are also going to be diving into the self-development portion of this call. So, a really interesting story. I remember when I was developing certain products and services for this body of work, and I was asking somebody, a whole bunch of people showed up, and they all expressed deep desire to learn this body of work. And instead of me saying, okay, let me, just go ahead and get these people signed up, I contacted a friend of mine and I asked that friend, what should I do next? I froze. I went into freeze and I'm like, well, if they're wanting to partner up, should I, give them a special discount? What do I do? What do I just enroll them for free, give them all scholarships? What should I do? And the most interesting thing was that I was projecting at that same period of time, a whole bunch of people, right before this event happened, a whole bunch of people contacted me, all wanted to sign up for trainings. Everyone said that they didn't have money. Everyone said that they need a scholarship of some kind. So that was imprinted on me. What I did in this situation, instead of enrolling people, because it was a very clear, I'm ready to sign up, I froze. And what I did is I projected onto them my previous experience. Does that make sense, everybody? That I just went into the assumption that this new group of individuals who wanted to sign up for a training are going to behave the exact same way as the people prior, that the event that just happened like a week or two prior. And what we do when it comes to desire, when it comes to our lens of perception, our relationship to things that we want, the shifts that we desire, we can be projecting unconsciously a limiting or a limitation or an assumption or a freeze response onto our desires, onto what is possible based on things that we have experienced in the past, and then it limits us. We literally are now blocking ourselves from potential expansion. From a mindset perspective, are we understanding what I'm saying here? Is this landing? Okay. So we're going to run an audit. It's not Somatic Sundays without an audit. So let's run an audit right now. In your life, when it comes to desire, when it comes to your visualization of what is possible, in terms of your healing, your business, your transformation, your legacy, your leadership, the services, your offers that you bring into the world. If you're, what's alive for you in your system right now? Maybe romance, maybe it's dynamics, maybe it's having a better relationship with your children. What is alive for you? And let's go into that right now. Let's go into this space of where or what is alive for you in your audit today, in this moment. What is the most alive in your system? And let's write that down. What are the things that are really like kind of looping in your mind, the inner conversations that you're having? It could be, maybe you're like, I really want to prepare to run a marathon. And I should start, I have this target in mind that, this time, in 6 months or whatever, I'm going to be able to run a marathon. And you've been potentially telling yourself, I'm going to start training today. And today was like last week, and you wake up every morning and that's alive for you. You're like, I really need to start training. Or I'm curious to why I have relationship fatigue. I'm curious that, I'm no longer interested in romance, even though potentially that's something that you've been wanting for a really long time. And you have fatigue around that. It could be around your self-development. This is really common. You're like, how much more self-development should I be doing? How much more, refinement should I'm fatigued, but it's alive. It's alive. Whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily need to mean that it's something that feels good, you're aware of, you're taking actions towards. It could also be things that you're stopping. What is alive in your field right now? What are the common themes that you have alive in your space right now? And again, everybody, welcome, welcome. Somatic Sundays. Today we're going to be really exploring our relationship to desire and what is possible, and what kind of dynamics or loops um, are running in the background. And as you write down what's alive for you right now, I'm going to ask you on a different page, a different piece of paper, for those of you that are using a journal, to create a metric one more time. I've asked this in previous weeks, but I'm going to ask you again today to create a metric of your values. What is important to you? Who are you? What are your values? What's important to you? Could be family, could be love, could be of servitude, to be of servitude, value, could be kindness, generosity. What is alive for you? And then what are your values? And I'm also curious, when you're doing your values, and if you've been here before and you've done an audit of values, have your values changed? And potentially, if you were here in previous weeks and we did a value audit, do you perceive the values that you have as wealth beyond financial wealth? Are you able to perceive them as wealth? I'm inviting you, for everyone that is here or anyone who's going to be watching this, to really reflect that the reason you're here, the reason you showed up, the reason you've committed to doing this is because you have committed to adding wealth to yourself, to all of your future relationships, to your current relationships. That you showing up here in curiosity and expansion is a reflection of you actively putting in wealth deposits to enrich your life, and really holding on to like, wow, that's why I show up, because this is what I'm doing. I'm building internal wealth and building internal value. So your time, your energy, your effort is valuable. Your commitment to coming here is valuable. And I invite you to hold on to that as well. Okay, with regards to your what's alive and then regards to your values, we're gonna run another exercise now. If that feels complete for you or close to complete, we're going to dive into the somatic portion now. And we're going to discover some edges. Because also, sometimes what we think we desire is someone else's projection of what their desires are. And then we live in someone else's projection. So bringing your hand on your body, taking a deep breath in, bringing your hand to master point, getting into a space of inner reflection, and let's go into deeper coherence, everybody. So inviting the body into coherence, inviting it into deeper coherence, and just connecting to the intelligence of your body, connecting to the intelligence of the consciousness within, and allowing the body to soften as we run an internal audit now. So saying hello, connecting. Yeah, very nice. And just getting into deeper internal coherence as well. So softening the internal lens of perception. You don't feel like you are in an internal lens of perception. So shifting the gears of your perception from everything that is external and flipping it inwards and then coming in. So really heightening our internal somatic awareness. What is available? What is alive? Good. Very nice. Yes, yes. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And also, if you're feeling like your body's not as coherent as it could be, just an invitation of coherence. So, speaking into the body with love and kindness, remembering this entire body of work, what we're doing here is not doing to the body as much as it's doing with the body. So, this is a collaborative connection. Very nice. Very nice. And just softening into that. And you may notice as you do that, that the internal awareness turns on a little bit and heightens a little bit more. Okay. In this process right now, everybody, the invitation here now is to run an audit around your desires. If there was a person that could wave a magic wand right now, and you would have the most perfect life, the most perfect everything, everything. What would your life look like? What would your life look like? And please see, as you're running this audit, is there any relevance to what's alive in your life right now? And is there any relevance to your value system? So you could have anything and everything, no limitations. What would your life look like? Is it similar? Does it look really different? What would it look like? Where would you be living? In what kind of house and what kind of location? Surrounded by what? Who? What do you enjoy? What do you perceive as joy? What kind of relationships do you have? Who is around you? What does it feel like? What do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? And as you're running this audit, what brings you happiness? What brings you happiness? And as you're viewing this desire right now in your mind's eye, does it feel far away? Does it feel unattainable? And is it truly your desire? Is it truly your desire or somebody else's desire? Is this really what you want? If you're there, would you be happy? Because if you're there and you're in your mind's eye right now, do you feel a shift, a somatic shift in your body? Or are you even able to give yourself full permission to see a full picture? Is your desire fragmented? Question mark. What does it feel like in your body right now as you're traveling and journeying into this alternate destination? Does it feel attainable? Does it give you joy? Does it elate you? Does it scare you? Do you feel contraction? What is happening in your body? It's a smaller group here today. I'm curious, what is happening in your body? Does it feel like it's truly what you want? How close is that life or that desire, the manifestation of the ultimate life? Does it resemble your life right now? Is it aligned with your values? Are the things that are alive in your life right now things that you are questioning or wanting to change or wanting to improve or are like poking at you? Are they relevant to that desire? Is there, and I'm curious, we're a small group today. If anyone wants to chime in, like this is a massive opportunity for you to just drop in the chat. Let me know. Let me be here to support you. Does it feel, is there massive contrast? Like, I'm happy to share with you all. Like, when I run this audit for myself, I'm like, whoa, there are certain elements in my life right now that I see are relevant, that okay, yes, I see. I also see that certain things that are alive, okay. So it feels exciting and with passion and joy and activated. Thank you. Thank you. Is there like major contrast between what you're doing right now, what your life looks like in terms of what you're doing, and what that dream looks like? And is it your dream? Here's the biggest question. Is the vision of your desire, that dream life, is this yours or is it somebody else's? Is it yours, or did somebody share their desire one time and you felt the joy in their expression? And then you were like, well, I want joy too. And so therefore, I'm going to take this desire as well. But in reality, it's not yours. It doesn't mean that we cannot share desires with other people. The invitation here is really driving and diving into our authentic expression. The purpose of this entire exercise is to allow us to populate the frontal lobe. It looks like a much bigger version of my life now, and yes, it is mine. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Akia, thank you. Anyone else care to jump in and share? I remember doing this exercise myself once upon a time and recognizing that I adopted someone else's desire wasn't mine. So we have, yes, massive contrast from where I'm at, where I dream to be. My body is restrained and doesn't feel like it's possible because of my current circumstances. Yes, this is my dream. It feels like there is a restriction that will not allow me to believe what is possible, stuck in my fear state, type of state. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's work with all of this, everybody. So, regardless of how your body's responding to these feelings right now, to the desire, if there is restriction in your body or a projection that this is the thing we're going to explore right now in our audit, if there is contraction, restriction. Let us ask the consciousness within right now. Let's bring our hand back into our body. And the most important thing is just making sure it is your desire. It's not someone else's projection onto you. This is the biggest thing because the last thing we want to do is live a life where we are setting ourselves up into a trajectory to achieve a desire, to materialize a desire, only to discover it's not what brings us joy. And this is where that, like, for those of you that maybe is culturally relevant, that American dream of, I need to have this, this, this. And a lot of people reach that destination. They're like, I'm not happy. This is not my dream. And so the curiosity here is this truly yours, one, not someone else's projection? And if it is yours, beautiful, let's work with it. That's so incredibly important, though, to refine and make sure that this desire is actually yours, not somebody else's. Okay, then feels far, but also I know I'm on the right way and making the steps to my desire, and it's her desires. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for sharing, everybody. So let's bring our hands back onto our body, back onto master point. Let's take a deep breath in. And let's run another audit. Bringing a hand over body. And let's run another audit right now, everybody. So taking a deep breath in and softening, allowing our bodies to really soften, drop in. And let us one more time connect to the awareness of the consciousness within us. And this entire audit process is creating deeper inner intimacy. Everybody creates deeper inner intimacy. So as we're here right now, let us ask the consciousness within, okay? If there is contraction, fear, anything like that, let's scan. Where does it live? Let us scan internally and map out where does it live in the body. Asking the consciousness within, where does this live? Scanning, going in. And if you're able to find it, wonderful. If not, it's okay. Be a little patient as you develop deeper inner intimacy. Let us expand from here, everybody. And let us ask, is this contraction or restriction ours? Did it come from our experience, our personal experience? Or is this inherited? So it's generational. Or is this projected onto us by somebody else? It could be a movie you watched. We get imprinted by music, movies, stories that people share. We connect and plug in. It's a reprogramming process. Ask the consciousness within you, your body, where did this come from? And see if you're able to get an answer. Who here, for the folks that are working through restrictions or contractions, were you able to identify the location where it lives? And were you able to see if this belongs to you? Okay, so we're getting yes. We're getting yes. Okay, beautiful. So for the folks that have the camera on, you can also just do like a thumbs up or just nod. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, definitely does not come from me. Okay, beautiful. Let's locate the origin. If it's ancestral, inherited, and if it is projected on to you from society, culture, programming, someone else's belief, they couldn't do it. So therefore now we are living in the imprint of someone else's projection. And we're going to bring our hands, if we're able to reach the location, as close as possible to where the contraction lives or the restriction lives. And let's bring our hand there with loving awareness and let's meet it with love right now. And for those of you that are familiar with your oxytocin protocol, just bringing love, bringing in love and safety to this part of your body bringing in love and safety. And if it's multiple locations, track the locations and bring your hand to it one at a time with love and safety. Love and safety, love and safety. And we're going to do the same thing we do with all of our clients. I'm here. I see you. I witness you. I believe you. I got you. You are safe. And even if today's, a short class, but if you have this awareness now, keep coming back, everybody. This is what I mean by the rinse and repeat. We're going to go back and we're going to go in until that contraction has softened. And what you can do in the very beginning is just witnessing and believing. When you feel like there's a softening that happened or happens for you, you can go into I accept you, I accept all of me just as I am. And then after the acceptance part is where you can really bring in more love. And then start to find the resources around you, creating a list of evidence of how it is truly possible to have that desire manifest. And if this was projected onto you by somebody else, truly, you can also speak to your body and say, hey, this is not ours to carry. This belongs to somebody else. You can literally just give it back. You can tell your body, we don't need to hold on to this. This doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to somebody else. We don't need to carry this. Don't be afraid to speak to your body. The body is listening. The most beautiful part, the body's programmable. And for those of you that are here, it's so incredibly important for you to come back into the affirmation or pray or intention, whatever is relevant to your psychology, and recognize that you are innately worthy. You are innately good. You are innately so incredibly worthy. And there is a mobilization that is totally possible to activate and become alive in the field all around you. Where if there is no way, a way is created. You don't have to pave the way will be created. And even if you don't know how to get there, mobilizing forces will show up and support you and make it happen, make it a reality. And if there's ever a space within yourself where you've noticed that you're criticizing yourself or judging yourself or being negative in the way that you're perceiving yourself, by all means, employ a system interruption the same way you would do it when you're titrating with your clients. Bring in a system interruption into yourself, into your space. Whatever you're doing that's making you loop, it could be something as simple as like, I'm just gonna um, offer my body some tapping. It could be as simple as I'm gonna clap. It could be as simple as whatever you're doing, just take a minute, pause, and then reassess. Do I really want to be looping in these thoughts and this um, whatever negativity potentially, especially if it's criticism, especially if it's projected onto you. And then also ask questions. Oh, hello, consciousness. Is this truly mine or is this someone else's projection onto me that I'm hearing from you? And I hear you, and we'll come back to this later. And there's a beautiful document on the Telegram group, everybody, around analysis paralysis, the psychology behind it, why it happens, and how you can support yourself and understanding the neuroscience behind it, especially if you for folks that have a whole bunch of these intrusive thoughts, whether this is you or your clients, it's a really beautiful document that you can reference and learn a little bit more and empower yourself. Why does this happen? And if it's happening with your clients, by all means, share the document with them, get them empowered, let them understand why this is happening. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Let's run another audit right now. Let's see when we close our eyes and bringing our hand back onto our body and going back into that desire, the dream life. Everything is possible. Going into that right now, does it feel a little closer to you? Does it feel a little softer? Are we able to change the a little bit of our relationship to it? Does it feel less contractions? Does it feel just even if it's just a little softer and we're getting there, we're getting a little closer and moving in the right direction. Um, Also, I'm going to invite you to audit your desire. Is your desire truly complete, or have you potentially, especially for the folks that felt some level of contraction, have you um, blocked portions of your truest desire because you are trying to protect yourself from being disappointed, being hurt? Did you shrink your desire um, into a space where you potentially um, created caps and limitations? Is your desire complete? Question mark. Truly, is your desire complete? And if you even if you don't know, ask your body, is my desire complete or is there more? And and that is so incredibly powerful because it's going to make you truly explore. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What is possible? Why am I shrinking what I truly desire? What is it that you want? And for the folks that have the camera on, I noticed something. When you were traveling in to look at your desires, your face wasn't smiling. So I noticed the expressions on everyone's who's have the camera on. You're not smiling. So I'm curious, what is the dominant relationship or circuitry that you have around your desires? And my invitation to you is as follows. I'm going to ask you, and we're going to wrap up our call short and sweet today with this practice. Let's go, everyone, let's close our eyes and travel. This is time traveling right now. Let's travel into a destination. What sets our species apart from others is that we have the capacity to what is called imagine. And imagination, literally from a quantum mechanics perspective, is being able to project um, consciousness into a different reality. It's so incredibly powerful. If you can see it in your mind's eye, it's possible you've reached the destination of the address of that manifestation in the field. So in your mind's eye, let's travel there to that full permission. Give yourself now even more permission to gather. If your previous desire earlier today was capped or limited, we're going to remove that cap right now. Let's add to it. The sky's the limit. And as you're traveling there, I'm going to invite you to start to smile. I'm going to invite you to smile and see, is it difficult or is it easy to smile? And notice if there's resistance, if you feel like your jaw wants to clench and get tight, or is it, and do you feel resistant to a smile? And this is so powerful, everyone. You'd be surprised how many people find it really hard to smile as they're thinking about the manifestation of their desire. And so I'm going to ask you with hand on master point right here, right now. Going into that fullness, the fullness of everything. It is possible. You can have it all. If you could have it all, really, not fragmentation, everybody. Have it all. Let's go there and let us smile. Let's go there and let us smile. And over master point, feeling the softening that is happening in the body. Let's activate a parasympathetic response in our body, everybody, as we smile. Oof. Who here is able to feel the amount of somatic shifts that are happening in your body right now? Are you able to feel that? Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're like overriding some programming that's been installed, huh? Keep smiling, softening, 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 bringing the hand to the body. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Your body's your technology, everybody. It is programmable, and that's what we're doing here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very nice, very nice. Just keep breathing into this. Softening and smiling. Yes, yes, yes. And giving yourself full permission. It's an imagination, everybody. It is a visualization. Can you imagine in your mind's eye right now how much potentially in the subconscious projection, contractions, trauma, programming that has been keeping you small? And we are today allowing ourselves to occupy space. You have full permission to occupy space and dream. The sky is the limit, it is yours. You can go there in your mind. You found the address in the quantum field. That means it is possible to materialize. And are you willing to allow it in? Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the body. Thank you to the consciousness. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your time and your effort in being here today, everybody. I'm going to share today next week's link so that it's just easy for everyone to find. Sending you all so much love for everyone here that is here today. Please go ahead and continue. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the blessings, everybody. Thank you for being here. I invite you, if you've got time and space, to go into your self-TBM practice right now. Stay with yourself, stay with what you've learned here today. Stay with your audits, dream big. The sky is the limit and it is yours. You are starting to occupy your lane that is designed for you, nobody else's. Don't let someone else's projection onto you bring fear around you occupying the lane that was always designed for you. You have a unique signature. It is yours. Nobody can copy it. It is yours. Loving you all, sending you so many blessings to carry on today and to for the rest of this week. Thank you, everybody. See you next Sunday. Bye.